Hello everyone, my name is Dudezord and welcome to my game dev experience. Today's Thursday and we are working on this pinball prototype that we started around 4 weeks ago. It hasn't been full-time 4 weeks, so it only has been like 9 days or something of development. And in the morning, we essentially discussed a bunch of stuff regarding pinball games, but the only task that we actually only accomplished, well, we actually accomplished multiple things, so let me show you. So first task, we added a quit button. So you press quit and the game quits. Bravo. Amazing feature. The other task was whenever you are inside the game, if you click escape, you get teleported back to the main menu. And if you click escape again, it exits the game. Bravo once again. Amazing progress. Okay, so those were like the simple tasks. It took like 2 minutes total to implement both of them. We kinda speedrun it as a meme. But then besides that, we discussed a bunch about pinball games, pinball tables, and what would be like the best approach to manage the lack of context that I think it's currently happening with my game. We didn't reach any conclusion, but we did get some suggestions, which I particularly do not agree with. But the suggestions were to essentially have like more UI explaining the game. But I kind of want the game to work by itself, like the table should convey all the information that you need, because that's what old school tables used to do. If you check like a pinball table from the 1970s, all of the tables have like their own rules, kind of specified just by playing. Like there's no rule book, there's no people talking into your ear and telling you what the rule for that table is. So I kind of want to make something like similar to my game. There was something else that we could try to do, which is adding like these instructions pamphlet right here, which mostly all of the tables add back in the day, which gives you a very short summary on how each table is actually played. So I wonder if we can actually do something like that as well. But all in all, I did make some playthroughs with people during the weekend, the last weekend, and the conclusion that I reached is that people don't know what the hell they need to do with this table, because this is not a regular pinball table. So yeah, so all of that is still up to deciding, because we were still stuck trying to figure out what we should do next. What I started doing instead was I went and looked for some pinball sounds that have been recorded from real tables, and I started adding those. So pretty much now, if we play a game and I flip the flippers, see, they have like different sounds, which is pretty cool. So that immediately already gives you like a little bit more like oomph to the game, like the game feels already a little bit fuller. But at the same time, because only the flippers do make a sound, it feels off, because the ball is rolling, so the ball should like be causing sound every time it moves, and it's not. Then I also need to check if the ball is actually like eating something, and if it is, then I need to somehow play that impact sound as well. So plenty of work that we need to do here. So yeah, we added the flipper sounds, and I think that now I want to add the ball rolling around sound. So if we go here, we can see that they have like 5 different sounds that have been recorded. So I'm gonna mute the music a little bit, and we'll get to listen to them, and then we can decide which one we like the best. So ball rolling 1. Okay, this doesn't feel like something that you can like replay on a loop. Ball rolling 2. A little bit better, maybe a little bit muffled, too bassy, but something better. Ball rolling 3. I don't know. Ball rolling 4. Okay, I think I like this one. Ball rolling 5. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what is like the best way to actually like mimic the sound of the ball rolling. I was thinking that maybe I could have like the 5 samples, and then I would somehow, they would always be playing on a loop, and then I would like be interpolating between one and the other kind of randomly. And then I would also like control their volume. You know, I would control their volume, like the speed of the ball would control the volume, and then all of these 5 will just like be playing at the same time. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure what is the best approach to this, but we'll try it. Okay, so we have ball rolling 1. It's gonna be ball rolling 2. We'll find something. I would say that if we are able to make the ball rolling sound like feel really good, that will add a lot to the game. So let's see. Pinball sounds. Okay, I'm gonna put like flipper here. Then ball. Okay, maybe I'll call it like ball rolling. Okay, I wonder if I can move these imports there. And if these will actually still work. Okay, so I'm gonna reload this project. And I wonder if I play this, if... Okay, it still works. So, good job. That was the only thing that was like scaring me a little bit. Okay, so if I select the flipper... if I select the flipper, I go into the scene. Asset sounds flippers. Okay, so it did properly detect that that thing moved. Good job. Okay, so I think that now we can go into the ball scene, which is going to be this one. We're going to have the ball scene. And I don't exactly know what is the best way to do this. But I think that I would need to have like one player for each one of these. One player each. So if I go on ball rolling here, gonna be ball rolling 1, gonna be ball rolling 2. Ideally, I want to have all 3 of them, sorry, all 5 of them playing in a loop, non-stop, if that's somehow possible to do through here. Playing autoplay, stream paused. Okay, I actually don't know if there's a way for me to actually like play this in a loop non-stop, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so I think I'll add a ball script here. And okay, so some of the stuff that I'll need to do is I will need to store the audio players here. Gonna be an array of audio stream player. What type is this? It's audio stream player. Yeah, audio stream player. Okay, and the audio stream player 3D. Okay. So it doesn't derive from audio stream player, the regular one. It's fine. Okay. Audio stream players. And on ready, what I need to do is I will need to find all the children of a specific type, which is going to be this. Players is going to be this root. Can I call like self? Yeah, I can do like self.find children, and I want all of the audio stream players possible here. Okay. It's going to be an array of nodes, and then I do for player in players. I can do audio players dot push back player has audio stream player. Okay, good job. So if I now put a breakpoint there, this audio player should have the 5 objects that I need. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so part 1 is done. The second part is I need to know what is the current velocity of the ball. The current velocity of the ball. This is going to be a float, and it's going to be 0, 0 to start with. And then on the physics process, I will need to call self.linear velocity dot magnitude or length or something. Okay, the sneezes are starting again. Absolute bounce cubic cross dot floor equal length. Okay, so this is going to be the velocity. So current velocity equals this. Okay, and then I will need to, I don't know if I can have like a curve or something, but I kind of want to map the current velocity of the ball into a volume. So I don't know what is the best way to do that. Okay, if I go on Godot, can I have like random curves that I can yeah, I kind of want to have like a curve editor like this. So I wonder if I can actually like have one exported. A volume curve, and if I call this a curve. Okay, I don't know what is the difference between a curve and a curve 2D. So we'll see what this gives me. Okay, so here I can create a curve where I can like move stuff, which is good. What about the curve 2D? Oh, curve 2D takes points. Okay, so I want a regular curve then. Volume map curve. And the value is going to be velocity to volume curve. Okay, so on the x-axis is going to be it's going to be the velocity, which I currently don't know what is like the actual numbers. But in terms of value, I can probably say that it goes from 0 to 1, where 1 is play the sound as regular volume, and 0 is make it mute. And then it should be like a matter of doing something, like, I don't know, something like this. I don't know. Maybe it's even gonna be linear. I have absolutely no idea. But for now we do this. So here on process, I'll have the ball, the current velocity. And then I will have the current volume, linear. It's gonna start at 0 as well. And the current volume linear is gonna be velocity to volume curve. And then I wanna call, is it get point position? Returns the curve coordinates at the point and the x. No. It's gonna be a get something, that's for sure. Do I actually like get the value that I want? Like a measure kind of thing. Godot curve. Add points, domain change, range changed. Bake resolution. Max, min, point. Because I don't know the index, you know, so I kind of want to pass a sample. Yeah. Oh, but the sample is an offset. Returns the y value for the point that would exist at the x position offset along the curve. Return the y for the point that would exist at the x position offset along the curve using the baked cache. I'm not exactly sure about this. So I'm gonna say that for now I'm gonna print the volume and see what the hell happens. Okay, so the ball it stops, so it's like giving a 0. Then it goes to 1, and then it... So hold on. 716. Okay, so the max speed of the ball is actually like how long it takes to accelerate from idle. And if I release the ball here at the top, it kind of gets to max speed at the end of this. No, I don't think this is proper. Hold on. Okay, I think I first want to log in the current velocity, so I have like a better grasp. Okay, so velocity is 0. If I do this, it's going to around 1 something, 108. $115. Yeah, so it feels like 115 is the kind of the maximum speed that it gets. Hold on. Okay, can I pass through this gap right here before it hits the thing? 123. Okay, I wonder if I can somehow measure the maximum speed one would get from this. $118. Well, I think I can assume that 100 is like the maximum, and whatever is more than the maximum just gets clipped or something. So if I do this, is it giving me more than 1? No, it gives me 1. Okay. So I like this already. Okay, so the first part here is done. So we have the audio players, we are measuring the ball speed, we are properly converting it into a between 0 and 1 audio thing. So let's see. Okay, I want to try and make these audio stream players, like the first one, work every time. Audio stream player dot play. Can I say if it loops or not? No. Audio stream player Godot loop. Another way is to catch the finished signal and replay it. For the OGG Vorbis format. Oh, so I actually would need to like pass a signal there. Okay, so they are seeing the unfinished. Other ways to catch the finished signal and replay it, edit it. Okay, maybe I can do it automatically. Hold on. So on ready, I have this. So for each player, I can bind the finished and then on loop sound. Funk on loop sound. This takes a player, which is going to be an audio stream player. And then here I just call player.play. Okay, so in theory, this should make that sound play in a loop. Good job. It plays in a loop. So first thing now is I need to change this audio so it perfectly loops, which I think is going to be the most difficult part. So let me see how can I do this. Can I loop it? Okay, I feel it's like failing to loop because the audio, the volume is not normalized. I wonder if I can normalize the audio. You must, yeah, this one, sir. No, bro. Tools. Loudness normalization. What if you play ball rolling 1, ball rolling 2, ball rolling 3? Would they be seamless? Hello, Verse Warrior. No, they're all different. They're all captured like from 5 different tables. So this is ball rolling 1, ball rolling 2, ball rolling 3. So they're all kind of different. So I'll probably just maybe even play 1 or 2 of them, you know. Or maybe I can even have like multiple of them. So ideally I want to have like 2 or 3 playing, and then I will easily stop, and then I will easily like blend them in and out, but then I'll need to control like the overall volume just to make it feel a little bit more natural, you know. But I'd say that for now, probably only one sound matters. So I only need to find like the one sound that it's like good enough. And I was considering doing this one. Oops. This one. But I need to find a way of it like actually like looping. Not perfectly, but like kind of perfectly, you know. So that's gonna be like the tough part here. So I need to say that this needs to do this. And then this part needs to go there. So it would need to be like something like this. But this has like tons of noises, yes, you see. So can't beat that one. So maybe I need to drop this, and then here I need to drop this. She's a little bit better almost. I don't know. It's tough. It is tough. Um, how do I mute and mute? Sorry, how do I fade in, fade out? Because I want to fade out this guy. So I want to fade in this guy. Fade in. I want to fade out this one. No, this is not properly done. Hold on. I know there's like an editing trick where you can like create like seamless audios from a single source, but I don't know how to actually pull that off. So this is playing. So the thing is that by the end, I need to cut it like half. There's at least 4 sounds here. You could switch between Godot, I think. Yeah, I do agree with you. The thing is that they have like tons of like noises inside them. Like the ball clipping something. I think this is like the more regular one. No, the number 3, I think it sucks. This one has like a break in the middle. Maybe the ball rolling 5. Let's see. Oh, clear loop. If I do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. This is, if I could find one that kind of feels okay as a loop, I can just like go with it like for now. Overlay a bit like this. Okay, I feel like this kind of feels okay. But yeah, I know that it's supposed to have like the regular sound somehow. And then I need to have like a fade in, fade out of different parts. So I wonder if I have the regular one here and then I need to like duplicate it. I need to split it like right in right in half or something. Something like this. Have it multiple times overlapped. Uh, like this, kinda. Maybe. The thing is that all of these have like this huge like bump in there. So I wonder if I can just like get rid of that bump. I mean, maybe. Maybe I can like fade in now this guy a little bit. Effect, fading, fade in, maybe. Yeah, maybe this is work for now. Let's see. Ball rolling loop. Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect for now. Just needs to be good enough. Just needs to be good enough. Okay, so this is gonna be ball rolling loop. This is gonna be playing in a loop, and then here I just say audio stream player dot volume linear. Nice. I can actually modify the volume linear. dB to linear. Linear energy. Okay. So I can do it like this. Surely this is gonna work. Let's see. I mean, it's still playing sound for some odd reason. So let me see. Okay, maybe I can do something like this, maybe. Let's see now. Nah, it's way too loud. Okay, can I lower? Can I lower the volume? And make it more like this. No, I feel it's still way too loud. Somehow. 0.5. No, 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 no. Hold on. I don't feel like this has like any variance to it, though. Okay, I wonder if I can have like more points. You know? Something like these, maybe. Mm. Mm. Very weird, very weird. This is like tough, like all of these editing. I think this kind of works, no? In terms of volume, that is. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but I feel like it's kind of okay. I actually think it's kind of okay. But I actually wanted this to go like all the way to 1, because then I can like normalize it, however. Because then I can normalize it however I want. I mean, at the same time, I don't think the volume is gonna go like this. If anything, it's probably gonna be like kinda linear here, and then it starts that's probably gonna be like something like linear here, and then it starts like dropping out or something. Maybe. Um, do I have a like a speed to volume like graph or something, so I can have like an idea on its shape? I mean, this is volume, but it's like the other volume. Audio volume. This is mostly linear. I actually think that probably is just gonna be like incredibly linear. Okay, can I make like all of these linear somehow? What did I do? Fuck. Yeah. We'll do it linear for now. I think this should kind of work. Yeah, then if anything, I can add like a scalar here. Linear volume scalar float. And then here I say this times this. And then on this linear volume scalar thing, oh, I need to export it as well. Here I can then control how much it goes. So now it only goes up to 50%. Okay. I think we have something. I think we have something. Okay, I think I'm gonna do only one for now. Ignore all of the players. We do it like so. Okay. Okay, I like this. I like this. Okay. Let me quickly commit what we just did. So ball, ball, ball. And I have the... I'm gonna add all of the audios, but... Okay, game data. Okay, this is all the other stuff that I was working before that I haven't merged yet. Okay, this is gonna be add ball rolling loop sound, loop audio loop. Reload. Okay, good job, good job, good job. So now we are free to get more sounds. So we have the ball rolling, and then we'll need to add like the hit sounds for each target. So I think I need to have like a generic ball hit something. So for example, this ball collision maybe. Nah, this sounds like crap. Nah, it's not it. But I need to have like a metal on plastic hit sound, like something very generic, because then if the slingshots and stuff like that actually trigger, they need to play like this sound here. So maybe... So I'll need to find like a random ball hit something sound, but I think we can go there now. Okay, it needs to be like something... I mean, this is like barely plays anything. Hmm. Hmm. Like these ball collision sounds are like so short that I don't know if this is like the proper files, or if these sounds are just like being poorly played by the browser, you know. So maybe I will download these ball collisions and then we can check how they sound like. No. They sound like nothing. Probably better stuff on free sounds. That is true, but I only looked for pinball sounds generically. Pinball. I like these these flipper sounds like a lot better than mine, actually. Okay, immediate upgrade. I mean, mine do sound okay, I would say. But these ones... Oh well. Pinball free game knock. Solenoid. No. Playing pinball.
Shut up, shit kickers.
The fuck? Oh, I like this like electrical noise of turning the system on. Holy. Okay. Yeah, because I guess that's for the my current pinball table, because it's one from the 60s or something. It's gonna need to sound something like that. But I don't want like the gameplay sounds. I want what the fuck? I only want like one sound for each effect. Hmm. Okay, so they have like a nice drain sound. The drain sound is whenever the ball like falls through here and like respawns there. So I think I can maybe use this sound and like cut it in twice. One for the drain and another one for the shooting. Because the shooting is like the first part. Like the ta. This is the shooting part. Okay, so maybe I will download this one first. Users not downloaded. Do I need to open it first? Need to log in. GG. I knew the password. Okay, so I'm gonna download this sound first. So I'm gonna use the same sound for two different effects. The first effect is gonna be the drain, which is when the ball like falls out of this hole right here. Another one is like the plunger. So I'm gonna put it, create a folder. I'm gonna call it, no, I'm gonna leave this name because I'll need to edit it into two types of music, of effects. So this is gonna be the drain. Okay, so this is going to be the drain. Good job. So export audio, this is going to be drain.wave. And I can grab, it's a very weird like streaming without music. I can tell you that much. And then I have the shooting sound, which is going to be this part right here. This part right here, which is going to be the plunger. Plunger shooting. So I'm going to create a new folder, call it plunger. And they have like a nice ball rolling around sound. Maybe even like this part right here. I don't know. We'll figure out something after. Okay, clear loop. Whoa. Okay, I did click on something and then that started playing. Never mind. Okay, so we have two new sounds. We have one sound for the drain and one sound for the plunger. I'm gonna just quickly reload the project. I think I'm gonna remove this. Okay, so for this guy right here, hold on. I actually have, I think I have like a function on ball. No, maybe it's on the table. No. Maybe it's on the playfield. Also no. The hell? How do I know when the ball like fell? Rigid body, spinner, pop bumper, drop target. Area 3D. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so this is like the drain area. Okay, and I'm gonna on drain ball entered. On drain ball entered. Yeah, and here I'm gonna say that I'll have I'll probably add an audio stream player to this. This is gonna play the drain sound. I'm gonna put it like minus 5 dB or something. Okay, so here I'll need to find the audio stream player drain. It's gonna be this. Then I'm gonna call play. Okay, so hopefully okay, it already puts the thing there. Good job. And now for the shooter. So the shooter is this one. It has its own scene. It has its own script. Okay, actually, I think I need to make like some alterations to this. Okay, so this doesn't have anything. What about this one? Okay, so I actually want to fade out across this. Yeah, and then I want to remove all of this. So it doesn't have like the ball rolling sound at all. Okay, feels a little bit too empty. What if I do this? Fade out. And then I remove these ones. What about now? Okay, I like this already a little bit better. Plunger. So I grab this sound for the plunger shooting. I'll put it here. I replace it. I come here. I re-import it. And if function is pressed, okay, so it needs to be whenever I'm releasing. Okay, var just released. Oh, I actually can do a just released here. Yeah, I can do it like this. If input dot is action just released shooter, and then here I can play that that sound. So I'm gonna add an audio stream player. I'm gonna put the plunger shooting here. I'm gonna put -5 dB for now, and then here I can call audio stream player.play. Okay. I mean, we already have sounds. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. So the plunger plunges. The plunger plunges, the drain drains. Drain area. On drain, it's this one. Plunger and drain sounds. Okay, we are getting there. Okay, now I need a regular ball hit. Like the ball hitting a wall. Metal ball. No. Hmm. I want like a bassy sound now, without like any reverb or anything. This one is funny. Clink. Maybe shouldn't be like metal. Golf ball. I mean, even this like second part here, it's kind of what I want. Like I want like a very simple sound. But it should only be whenever the ball hits something metal, because if the ball is hitting something that is rubbery, then it shouldn't really make any sound. So it actually should only like play that sound if it's hitting like these walls or the pop bumpers or the spinner, you know. GG, Dino Cries, thank you for the raid. Hello raiders, welcome to my stream. My name is Dudezord. How's everyone going? I'm currently working on a pinball prototype that I started around a month ago. I've been working on it on and off, yeah, it's a pinball meets roguelite meets incremental genre. So that looks huge. Not really. I mean, it's kind of the size of a regular pinball table if you were to look at it from this angle. And we've been adding like some sound effects, so that the ball, like the game, like feels a little bit like fuller, you know, which is like pretty cool. And it's already a major improvement, I can tell you that much. But yeah, as I was saying, it's a pinball meets incremental meets roguelite elements. And the idea is you start with this table. Everything is essentially locked yet. So you need to hit the ball with your flippers. And you will see that whenever I do that. So currently the score is 6. If I hit the ball with the flippers, now the score is 7. And after a while, you will be able to get like enough points. I think 8 points is enough to start. Opa. Okay, I have 11 points now. Okay, so I have 11 points. If I lift both flippers up, a secret shop entrance appears there, and the ball drops there, and now we are in shop mode. And I can essentially go over different elements, and whatever appears with green lights is the ones that I can purchase. So I can purchase this one. I shoot the plunger. That confirms the purchase. And now if I release the ball, whenever the ball hits those elements that I just purchased, I now start earning points from there. And the objective is you unlock these top part right here, which costs 99,999 points. And if you are able to purchase this element here and then pass the ball through the 5 lanes, you beat the first table. GG's. GG's. So that's the objective. What physics are you using? I'm currently using Jolt physics. Jolt. Where is this physics? Yeah, I'm using Jolt physics. I did have tons of issues with it. I essentially had to scale everything by 100. So the table, you were saying that the table is huge, and you would be correct because the table is like 200 meters in size, while in reality it should be only 2. But because then the ball would be like 2 centimeters, and some stuff here would be only millimeters in size, the physics was like misbehaving altogether, and scaling everything by 100 kind of fixed it. So tell me a little bit about yourself. So what have you been doing? What were you streaming? How did your stream go? While I wait for your reply, yeah, currently this is a prototype, so I'm trying to go to an MVP almost of like the bare minimum to make the game fun. The game is playable. You can actually beat this table if you just play. And some of the feedback that I got from playing with some family members this weekend is that they were missing like some sound, you know, some ball collision sound noises. So that's what I've been adding today. Okay, we got a message from a bot advertising some AI viewers. No thank you, bye bye. Get wrecked. Okay, space game Godot, like Ship of Fools. Need to finish it as I'm doing it part of the Game Dev TV program. Game Dev TV program. I don't know about that. What is that? Okay, first things first, I'm gonna follow you because I would like to catch you on another day and see what your project is about. Game Dev TV program. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, thank you for the follow, Dino Cries. More confetti to you. Here, whenever something fun happens, we award confetti to everyone. Game Dev TV program. Is it like a trainee program of some sort? Depending on what it is, maybe I would be interested in participating. Kind of a course that I'm using to finish the game and hopefully to start earning. Okay, is it like a website? It was pricey. Okay, so it's actually like something that I purchased. Game Dev TV. Is it like this? Get good at game dev. I see. Well, these are free courses, but I will assume that there are plenty of them. So did you choose one specific for Godot or something? Well, they have plenty of courses here. I see. Pretty cool. They have programs. Oh, damn. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Which one did you choose? The Ultimate Indie? Yeah, but that one is intensive with community and stuff. I see. Live training program. So do you get to like showcase your game and get like live feedback from the teachers and all? That will be cool. But I mean, yeah, this is something that I wouldn't be able to afford right now. It's pretty cool. So have you ever worked on a game before? Or is this your first time? Or are you just looking to improve and learning from professionals? I do have some experience with game dev. For the past 3 years, I worked at a startup, an American startup, where I develop my own game engine, essentially. And then I had to also make my own games with that engine. And it was an engine that worked. Yeah. Yeah, I'm currently unemployed. Startup life means that every now and then you get unemployed. It's fine. But yeah, I worked with, I built my own game engine. I had to build my own games for that game engine. So that's my own professional game dev experience that I have. But I have multiple years of experience using Unreal Engine, but not for game development. To like TV broadcasts, making a 3D virtual sets, and stuff for elections, football games, all that stuff. Like the graphics that appear on the TV programs, like the TV shows, like the timers and the scrolling of the text and all of that. Yeah, I used to use Unreal for that stuff. I dream to be a game dev, and now I'm also unemployed and pushing to finish something and start surviving at least. Gotcha. Well, sorry to hear about the unemployment. At least now we are together. We can keep each other company. But yeah, I mean, game dev is very fulfilling, but it's incredibly tough to like be independent. You know, being able to like get enough money to just to get by. I'm lucky enough that where I currently live, so I'm Portuguese. I live in Portugal. We have some like unemployment benefits, meaning that I get like a small salary every month, which helps pay the bills essentially, just like the bare minimum to survive. But yeah, I know that other countries are not that good in that regard. Which means that at least while I'm getting unemployment benefits, I can work on this game. And currently a prototype. I don't know if I'm gonna turn it into a full game. It's currently a prototype only. But yeah, I'm testing something. I'm trying to see if this is a project that deserves to be pursued and launched as a full game. And yeah, if I find that people do enjoy the idea, because this is a fairly unique idea. I've never seen a pinball game that works like this, and I've played a bunch of demos out of Steam. If people do like my idea, even looking like this, like looking like crap, because I don't have the resources to make good art right now. If people enjoy this, I might get like the boost that I need to actually turn this into something that deserves to be built properly as a full standalone game. So that's what currently I'm working on. But this prototype is mostly working in terms of gameplay. I'm not gonna change anything else. I'm just adding like some feedback elements to help like make the experience a little bit more cohesive. And yeah, then I'll ask my community. It's a fairly small community, but it's the only one that I have. I'll ask my community to like play it for like 30 minutes or even 5 or 10, and give me feedback on if they like how the ball feels, if they like the idea of the game, or that you need to like get points and exchange points for upgrades. By getting points, you then so currently I have 153 points, right? So if I put the ball here in the shop, then I can like go around and select what do I want to unlock next. So I can start like unlocking a bunch of stuff like so. So it's mostly, the table is like mostly unlocked now, but it's all like all level 1. But at least now the table kind of plays a little bit better, you know, because you start getting points faster and faster. The ball gets like shot around fairly quickly. So yeah, the more you play, the more it behaves like a regular pinball game. But the idea is get points, get upgrades, and try to unlock the thing at the top, which costs 99,999, which is this one, 99999. So yeah, this is the bare idea. Then I have like some story ideas, like some lore, how I want the game to look like. It had ball 3, and when it dropped, it was instantly ball 1. Yeah, Yeah, because usually, yeah, I see what you're saying, but usually whenever you play like a pinball game, you have like 3 balls, and whenever the ball drops, it immediately like goes to the next one. So you have like a maximum of 3 balls that you can get with like per coin kind of thing. So now you are on ball 3. Now if you let the ball drop, it goes to ball 3. Sorry. Now if you let it like kind of resets to ball 1 and also sets your score to 0, meaning that you are like resetting the state. You get to keep the upgrades, but you lose all the points essentially. So essentially you have 3 balls to upgrade, because if you lose 3 balls, you don't have enough points to upgrade more. Yeah, it was a 3rd ball. Exactly. So this is ball number 1. Ball number 1. This is ball number 2. This is ball number 3. And then it resets. It kind of even plays by itself. Like, I'm not doing anything and it's just like throwing the ball around. Yeah, something like this. I thought it was how many balls left. Yeah, I thought that would be how pinball games would go about this, but apparently not. Apparently they count upwards. So they do show ball 1, meaning that okay, this is your first ball, and then ball 2, second ball, ball 3, third ball, and then after they showing ball 3, you lose the game. So yeah, I'm just essentially trying to go after what existing tables do already. So I'm not trying to reinvent anything. You can show them inside the machine in line or something. Right. Yeah, I could have like whenever the ball like drops through the drain, like the ball could like slide into something here. Yeah, there are some pinball tables that have that. Let me see if I can quickly find one. Yeah, like this. Like this. It has like the balls inside. And whenever you pull the plunger, a ball drops and then you play it. So yeah, that's an idea. That's a good idea actually. But yeah, currently I'm trying to add sound effects so the game feels a little bit cooler. I also have some visual feedback stuff that I need to work on, because I would like people to like start playing the game and immediately understand what they need to do. But currently that's not happening. Like if I just give the game to someone else to play, someone that hasn't seen the game, they get like very confused about the fact that I need to start over. They get like very confused about the fact that nothing really scores. They don't understand why. They are used to like just keep the ball alive for apparently no reason. So I need to somehow convey the information without a tutorial, without anything. I need to convey the information to the player that no, you need to grab points. Initially, only the flippers give you points because they are the only thing that works. And you need to grab points by flipping the ball with the flippers, and whenever you have enough points, you need to drop the ball into this shop hole right here, and then exchange points with stuff. But yeah, I've been having some trouble selling that idea. Not selling, but because once I tell my players what they need to do and how the game works, they usually play the game until they beat the entire game, which takes around 40 minutes. But if I just send them then the executable without an explanation, they have like major issues figuring out what they need to do. Yeah, I don't know exactly what to do. I don't know exactly what to do in that regard. Because, for example, some people here have suggested that I could add like some UI around, like some text explaining. But in terms of lore, in terms of story that I want for this game, I kind of want the player to like find a table like in an abandoned warehouse, you know? And I want the experience to be you playing the table, as if you were playing like a regular table that you've never seen before. Like, this doesn't have like any rules written whatsoever, so you need to figure out how to play this. And yeah, I'm having some issues with that. I think you could have also arrows pointing to the current selected element in shop that highlights. Well, I have that. Maybe I can change it slightly, but I do have that. It's the... it's these little lights here, you see? These lights here are the thing that is currently selected. And if it's red, it means that you can't purchase that, or you cannot unlock that. And if it's green, like this, it means that you can afford it, because you have 18 points and it costs 15. But yeah, I don't know. At least the tutorial table could have them. Yeah. Hello, Keishiaka. Maybe creaky sound effects or fizzing sparkles when the ball bounces on a disabled element. Yeah, that will be good. That will be a good idea as well. And even if you're here and you are like trying to purchase this, it would play like a fail sound of some sort. But yeah, even the ball hitting something that is currently disabled. That's an idea. That's an idea. Because it's one of those things that if people get the idea of the game, and it's a fairly simple idea, like it's not a very complicated thing that I'm trying to create here. It's a very simple idea. You collect points and you exchange points for unlocking parts of the table. It's very simple. If people get that, usually they play the entirety of the game and they don't have any more difficulty like playing the game. And once they actually buy their first upgrade, then they can play all of these in its entirety without like any issues. So yeah, it's that those first like 30 seconds or that first minute that I need to like completely nail to make sure that people like understand what they need to do. Lights are confusing. I think some arrow like shop would help. Yeah, maybe I could change the shape of this, so instead of being a circle, it could be like a little arrow. Maybe the red bumper is disabled at first and you have to mash it a bit before it unlocks. But then it kind of implies I have to use it for it to unlock, rather than I have to score to buy the unlock. Exactly. I don't know. Maybe I could have. Let me just quickly exit this. Bloop. Maybe I could have the left flipper working. Only the left flipper. The right flipper wouldn't work, and it will like make a like stuck sound of some sort. And maybe the shop would be open immediately. But then what would be the liftable flippers text mean? But essentially, the game would start like this with this open. But then only the left flipper would only work. And the first upgrade would like cost 1 point to fix this guy. I don't know. These UX stuff, user experience is like tough. Upgrade lights are very weird. Yeah, well, maybe make the right bumper super cheap, give enough points right from the start to teach how to unlock. Yeah, I think that the right flipper could like literally only cost 1. And maybe could be... Oh, maybe could be like even stuck up, you know? And then the player would do like this or something. And then if the ball was here, you could try and like nudge the ball to see if like the ball drop or something. I don't know. Can I actually like get the ball to fall? I can. Pretty cool. So like it's technically possible to it's technically possible to use the table. I don't know. Maybe shop at the start can be somewhere on top. It's tough to launch the ball at the top. I tried, so initially the shop was like here on the left side. So my idea is you'd shoot the ball through the plunger and then the ball would rotate and enter that. But it usually means that you need to drain one ball. You need to lose one ball in order to access the store, the shop. And I don't think it makes like much sense right at the start because it's already tough. You know, it's already a tough game, although it might not look like. Those sucking ball in and shooting back locations. Later you move it down. So you need to skill to get to the shop. Yeah, I tried that, but I don't think it is actually needed for the first table. So the idea is this is an abandoned table that you find in an abandoned warehouse. For somehow it's still connected to the electricity. It still kind of works. You need to somehow exchange points to unlock the table. But the idea is that whenever you unlock like this top element right here and you pass the ball through the 5 lanes, something kind of magical happens and the table kind of transforms, shape shifts itself into a different table. And the idea is that I'm gonna have like 3 tables where the objective is still the same. You need to unlock parts of the table by scoring points somehow. But my idea is that this is like a 1970s table, so like very vintage, very old school. And then I would have like a more modern one from the 1990s or 2000s, and then a super modern one, like all digital, all super technological one from the 2020s. So yeah. So in terms of lore and story, I'm also trying to play with what old tables kind of provided to the players, and honestly they didn't provide much. So that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble figuring this out, because if I were using like a table from the 90s or the 2000s, I could have like an LCD screen here, and on the LCD screen I could have like the rules like passing by, you know. So yeah, that's currently why I'm suffering a little bit with this. That's actually great, and also teach to hit the table. Yeah, I mean, this is probably good enough. Like trying to release the ball from there. Okay, let me think. So let's imagine that this is like flipped up like this. So this is like kind of stuck like this for now. And I don't know what happened there. Yeah, but I'll also need to teach like nudging somehow. I don't know, man. It's tough. Maybe you can also have open under the shop that I highlight that is open, or just a magical light shines from there when it opens. So whenever these are like up, like some odd effect comes from there. That's a good idea. And something that would like reveal its magical side, kinda. Yeah, one thing that I also need is I also need a way of telling the player that left paddle and right paddle like go over the different elements. So they need to figure this out, and sometimes they don't know what the hell is happening. But then I also need to have a way of them to know when to exit the shop. And currently what I have is whenever all of these lights are off, which matches when the cost and award is 0. If I now shoot the plunger, like the ball gets ejected. But that's not ideal. This looks like crap, fuck you. Well, that's a nice message. Hello. Legends of next year. Closed red opened. Beam like in Diablo or lootable games. Maybe. Yeah, currently the biggest issue that I have is the biggest issue that I have is like, the players understanding what the hell is going on. And that's mostly with what are upgrades, why do they need to buy upgrades in the first place, how do they navigate the store, how do they exit the store. I don't know. Do you not want any tutorial at all? Just context clues? If so, sound effects and FFX can do a lot. I'm probably being very stubborn about it. And I think that's probably what's currently biting me in the ass. Most certainly. Because, I mean, I could easily add like UI here, you know? UI here, like text here. I could have like voiceovers like explaining what the hell you need to do. But I want the game to be about the pinball table, you know? So I was thinking, again, when you go to a pinball table, it's you on the table. There are no rules, there's no one telling you how to play in your ear. There's no UI beside what the table has to offer yourself, which is usually just like this small counter there and like some lights in the back panel. So I was kind of trying to go with the same thing. Godspeed. I mean, I would say that for the prototype, again, this is a prototype. This is not supposed to be a demo or anything. Okay, this is supposed to be like very raw, and it doesn't need to have like pretty graphics or anything. I'm trying to validate the gameplay. I'm trying to validate the idea for the game. I don't care if the game looks good or not. It's not the final version at all. So I would say that even for the playtest, it shouldn't be too bad if I have like some hints to help the player, telling what they need to do. Can have just a tutorial table, like you find it someone wrote with marker on top lines, an explanation or a sticky note or something. But it has the piece missing. When you beat the table, it gives you that there are more tables and you need to collect them all. I mean, the objective is for this first table to kind of be the tutorial table, you know? That's the entire goal of this, because I'm gonna have multiple tables. This is supposed to be the easiest one. That's why you don't have like any weird holes. You don't have like any weird missions like Space Cadet where you need to do like a bunch of missions in specific order to actually beat the table. No, this is just hit targets, get points, exchange points with upgrades. So this should be the tutorial table. And about the collect them all idea, what I thought was that, again, I have all the lore already thought out, okay? So my idea is that there's only one table, it's this table. This table will be like decorated with elements from the 1960s. I'm thinking like some sort of like cartoon character or something. I don't know exactly which character it would be, but like some cartoon character from the 70s. It would be like the theme of the table, and you'd play the first table. Imagine like graphics of Casper here and little ghosts and all. And whenever you beat this first table and the table kind of magically transforms into the second one, then you would learn that somehow the table is cursed and the spirit of this toy or the spirit of this cartoon is like embedded into the table. And you need to beat the multiple levels of this table in order to like break this curse. And you cannot leave until you beat it, because you'll be like attached to the table somehow. So yeah, the plan is this will be the tutorial, like Jumanji, pretty much like Jumanji. Yeah, that's a good comparison. I mean, you can make it old with someone wrote things. Well, that's why. Oh, yeah, I see. But that's why I started like writing things here. Like this is a texture that I manually added through Photoshop, where I can write random stuff. You can make it old with someone wrote things on top of it with permanent marker of how to play to not break an immersion. I mean, but that would if the thing is, based on the theme and on the story, if someone came and wrote how the game is supposed to be played, it would mean that that person probably already beat this table. So if they beat this table, then no curse would be here because the table had been finished, you know. I think. So any type of rules that I'm thinking of adding there would be something like this, you know, where like the rules themselves are written in the graphics of the table, where it says, okay, this scores X, this scores Y. You need to light up all of these colors to win. That's the kind of information that I would like to convey to the player. Although old tables usually had like these instructions pamphlet here in the corner. So maybe I could have like in the instructions here somewhere. But like in Jumanji, you start the curse when you start playing it, and the curse does not stop until you fully play the game. Oh, so it's one of those, okay, if you start this table, you are not allowed to leave until you beat the table, but if you beat the table, you can leave. I don't dislike that idea, but that would go against the lore that I had. So again, this will be decorated with like some toy or some cartoon character. Let's assume a toy, okay, physical toy, like a doll. Let's imagine that this would be like a kid's toy that inspired the creation of this table. My idea would be the first table would be decorated with that toy somehow, in terms of graphics and theme and colors and all of that. You'd go into the second table, which would still be inspired by the toy, but usually tables from the 1990s already had like some animatronics on them. They would have like some heads that, like Funhouse for example, they would have like these little heads there that would move and like talk. So I was thinking that for the second table I would have like something similar, where this would be like the head of the toy, of the doll, and it would like start talking at you, you know? Like if it was like a real doll. It will probably be like pre-recorded stuff, but it would start like giving you hints about what the hell is going on. And then on the more recent table, you would have like an LCD here, where you have like a 3D version of the toy or the doll here, and the doll would interact with you through this LCD, and maybe, just imagine, you could play like Flappy Bird or something through this screen. So you'd have the pinball table, but then you'd also have like the LCD screen in the back panel, where you'd be able to play other type of games, but again with the doll. And my idea is, once you beat these 3 tables, like the table kind of resets to the first one, and then the playfield lifts up, because usually you are able to like lift the pinball playfield, and you'll notice that they have like a bunch of electronics underneath. So my idea would be, after you beat the entire game, you lift the playfield lifts automatically, and it would reveal that it doesn't have like any electronics inside. It only has the doll, and the doll is just like laying down there, standing still, and the game would finish with you like grabbing the doll. And then when you grab the doll opens its eyes, fade out, game done, game finished. To give like an option of making a sequel, if I wanted. So that would be the plan. So if you are saying that this would be like Jumanji, where every time someone starts, they need to play the game until it finishes, then the doll wouldn't be there anymore, because the first person that beat the table would get the doll. You know what I mean? At the same time, this is all magical, so maybe the doll like kinda replicates itself every time people start playing or something. But I mean, if the first person that would play this, if they would beat the table, why would they leave like notes telling people how to play this? Because if this would be dangerous, they would probably like try to destroy the table or get rid of the table or something. They wouldn't leave notes as well. You know, they would try to hide the table so that no one else would be able to play it. I think. He's like all very apathetical. You can start with the talking head, then just guides you through the first upgrade loop and have subtitles for it. Well, the thing is that the talking head didn't exist in the 1960s, 1970s, when I want the game to start on. Well, I don't want the game to start on the 1970s. I want the first table to be from the 1970s, which means that I don't have any digital moving heads or anything like that. So that's my entire issue. Like, the entire issue is that I convinced myself that I need to do a table from the 1970s, and tables from the 1970s don't have like any digital thing working. They don't even have speakers, so the doll cannot talk at you, you know? They don't have like an animatronic's head like moving their mouth or anything. It just didn't exist. And yeah. I don't know. I would like to respect how the tables were made back then. Because once I go to the last table, then I can create wherever I want, because it's like in the future and everything is possible. But the first one I would like to be like very simple and very close to reality. Magical paper. It has guidance, and as you do things, it vanishes and changes, like in Harry Potter, that diary. Or the map. What's it called? The map. The Marauders map. Where you say like some spell, it shows where things are. Like blah blah blah. I'm promised that I'm up to no good or something. And then it reveals itself, and then you say something. Or the map. Hype. Hype indeed. Marauders map. I kind of like the idea of the like magic paper, where maybe as you maybe the table would start like without any text or without any hints, and every time you lose a ball, it starts like adding stuff. You know, it starts like giving more and more hints on how to survive. But I don't know how to do that in a way that would make it interesting. Because I was imagining that it would like show as if someone was actually like writing, and you'd hear like the scribbling noise of like a pen or something like writing on the table. I think that would be pretty cool. I like that idea a lot. But again, that's mostly like graphical art that I'm not really that interested in right now. Right now, I wouldn't worry, like, I wouldn't mind, like, shipping the prototype as is. Lurk, need to hit food and feed a pet. Never mind the auto chat, someone required me to add it, but it's kinda odd. Need to hit food and feed a pet. Okay, thank you for stopping by. I will probably leave in about 15 minutes as well. But I hope to catch one of your streams next time. And thank you for the raid. Yeah, I do like the magical writing stuff though. It kind of starts giving you hints immediately that the table is kind of weird. So you'd lose a ball, and then it would somewhere it would appear like collect points, and then you'd lose another ball, and then it would appear exchange points for upgrades somewhere, and then it would say buy upgrades at the shop, and then it would say here is the shop, and then it would say you need to lift both flippers. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. And then the first time that you'd go into the shop though, only the first time, it would say use your flippers to select your upgrade, and then use your plunger to confirm your purchase. And because this would be like all magical and stuff, like it would appear and then disappear. Do we like that idea? Maybe I like that idea. And it would like immediately sell the idea, okay, this table has like something going on with it. And maybe that would be the only way that the doll can communicate with you on the first table. Like the doll or the toy or whatever, they can write on the table every once in a while to like give you hints on what you need to do next. Do we like that? Maybe we like that. I think that's a good idea, actually. Because it will essentially behave as captions or subtitles. Because they would be temporary, but they would pertain to the table still. And they would like automatically disappear after a little while. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm trying to think if there's like something odd that wouldn't solve though. Yeah, I really think that would solve all of my issues, don't you? And then even all of these like stroppies here, lift both flippers, like all of this will be temporary. All of these would be temporary. So you'd actually be playing the table without them like this. Yeah, and every time you... Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I don't think I'll start anything related to that today, though. Because I think I think I'll need to think a little bit on how I want to implement that. Yeah, but I like the idea. Okay, so okay, I think we'll do that tomorrow. But today, I still have 10 minutes to go, so I want to figure out. A sound, like a kind of metallic sound that I can play whenever the ball hits the pop bumpers and these things here. Like basically every place that doesn't have like an elastic, every place that doesn't have an elastic, I kind of want to play like a little bit of a metal noise of the ball hitting plastic or something. So let's try to find one. Very quickly one. What is this? No. I mean, maybe even this one works. Yeah, I think that even this sound here works. It's kind of shitty, but anything is better than nothing at this point. So I'm just gonna add it now, and then if anything, I can change it in the future. Assets, sounds, ball rolling, ball hit. Hot, hit, drain, flippers. Okay, it's this ball hit. Opa. Okay, so with this in mind, how do I actually now do this? So I think I need to go into the ball directly, which is here. I need to go into its scene. I need to have a body entered on ball hit. Like here. And I'm gonna create a player hit. And then here I'm gonna call player hit.play. And then on this guy here, I need to give it the ball hit sound. Okay, and now we try and play again. Why do I think this is not doing anything? The hell? Maybe it's like very low. That's possible. Okay, so let me quickly export this one. Ball hit that wave. Downloads, ball hit. Wrong file. Ball hit. Okay. And then here I can do a re-import here. Okay, is this even playing? It's not entering here. Body entered. Okay, so I'm the ball and I'm able to hit with anything. Or do I need to report contacts like this? I think that's what I need to do. Yep. Attempt to call play in that guy there. Oh, it's playee. No, it's player. Nah, this doesn't work as I thought it would. That's for sure. On ball hit. Okay, I think I need to do something different. So I think I need to do NQ ball hit equals false. Whenever this happens, I'm gonna say, do I have any information over this collision? Because essentially I want to know like how much did my velocity actually changed. So I have like this current velocity here. And then maybe here I can do like the new velocity. It's this. And then I do if ABS current velocity minus new velocity. No, so the new velocity needs to be lower. The new velocity needs to be lower. So if the difference so if I was at 10 meters per second and I pretty much almost stop, I lose 9. So 10 minus 1 is 9. But if I go at 10 and then do 9, okay. So if I do that, okay, if I lost, let's assume 10 meters per second, then I do this. I mean, I think it's kind of working. I just think it sounds like shit. Maybe 10 is not that much. But then here on the audio play, oh, I actually want to do something. Hold on. So this guy here, it needs to play like a bunch of them at the same time. And then I also need to set the volume. I also need to set the volume to be these maybe. Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, so now it's properly hitting once every time it collides with something. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the ball is actually hitting something, but it still kind of feels low. Let's see what the hell happens if I purchase everything. Kind of feels like the ball hit is a... It's not like in sync with anything. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Let's try again. No, I think the issue is actually like the ball doesn't have like a good enough sound. Okay, I think it cannot be like a snowball kind of thing. Okay, I need to pause this again so I can actually hear something. No. Um... Yeah, I actually don't know what sound that ball should make. Oof. How can I find this ball? We only do ball. Does anything good happens? Can I also change the length? No. Downloads most first. Nope. Pa pa pam. That's a funny one. Oh. It needs to be like a thud of some sort. It's like a very short one. No. No. Hmm. I don't know. I just want like a. I want a simple one, and I kind of think that the current one that I have, which is like the no ball thing, it's very like too muffled, you know? It's way too muffled. Um, Blocking harm. Leather backdrop. No. It's very difficult, like looking for sounds that one would use, you know? Grass falls. No. Bonk. Okay, maybe a bonk. Nah. This is way too cartoony. No. No. Okay, maybe this one. Maybe I can use this one. Um, Code Godot. Oops. Code Pinball. Assets. Sounds. And now I'm gonna try and modify this guy so it sounds a little bit better. Oops. Okay, how do I redo? Control Y. Okay, so that's the shitty one that we have. And if we mute that one, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna export this one as ball hit. And I'm gonna go on downloads, grab that file, replace that file. Good job. Now I can remove this. And I need to re-import it here. And now we play the game. I mean, I think it's a little bit better. I think I like this. Like just the vibe of the ball like moving. Okay, do we like this? Yeah, I think I like this. So that means, everyone, that this has been the end of the stream because it's already pretty late. Everyone, thank you very much for keeping me company today. We've made tons of progress adding sound effects. We are still not done. We did learn some good ideas for tomorrow to implement by Dino Cries. Maybe I like the idea of the magical paper where every time you lose the ball, like the curse will like start writing stuff on the table to like kind of help you. I think that's a good plan. But I'll need to think how to actually approach that, you know? I'll need to figure out how to actually do it. In any case, I thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for your chat messages. Thank you for the follower. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the support, essentially. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow will be another pinball day, hopefully. So, see you tomorrow. Thank you, and I appreciate you all. Bye bye.